LEGO has been making sets primarily aimed at children for nearly a century now, and just recently they put their best foot forward in making LEGO sets for adults. But what about teenagers and the stuff they grew up with? Okay, yes, I know what you're thinking. That's the time where so many people feel they're too old for toys and enter their LEGO dark ages, where they abandon LEGO for a time. Why in the world would LEGO want to market towards these people? That number is rapidly decreasing. Unlike years gone, more and more people have been exposed to LEGO as an art form and as a hobby, or at least the concept of it. This among other major toy brands. So with more teenagers becoming more understanding of a world where everyone can enjoy toys, and that number increasing by the day, what's LEGO going to do about it? Well, that's just it. They don't need to, but there is always more that they could do. At this point, LEGO actually has the tools they need to market towards this group of builders already, but with one giant, gaping hole missing in their portfolio. I think that people's first inclination would be for LEGO to start doing sets based off of the things they might be nostalgic for. It's no secret that LEGO strangely seems to skip over IPs from the years 2000 to 2010 for no apparent reason, and now, as we're going beyond the 2010s, anything within that decade seems to be completely ignored as well. Those are the years these teenagers would be nostalgic for. Only LEGO themes with roots in the 90s and before, or at the highest level of profitable within pop culture, tend to have any effort put into them. And while teenagers may certainly have an attachment to these, they aren't made specifically for them. I'd wager to say they don't have to put in that kind of effort, and there really isn't a need for that to get the teenage market interested either. Every single LEGO set no longer lists an age range after all, more just a starter age with a plus symbol following it, implying anyone older can enjoy as well. This means teenagers can feel comfortable knowing that the LEGO sets they purchase are going to be enjoyable for them too. It just depends on the kind of marketing they get is all. For most teenagers, if they see a kid playing with a LEGO set in advertising, it's highly likely they'll feel that, if they buy that set, they'll look like a kid, and will avoid the purchase despite it being perfectly fine for them to do so. And some do recognize that it's fine for them to purchase them too, but not all. And while promotional material showing people using the product is important, it might be more prudent to have multiple people enjoying these sets and these things, on a per set basis to imply and encourage all audiences to enjoy. It gets even more challenging when it comes to subject matter, of course. Well-known IPs are often a safe space for teenage builders because they know plenty of older people love stuff like Star Wars and Marvel superheroes too. There are also plenty of homegrown LEGO themes that keep a solid image for themselves, but the moment LEGO enters that territory where it's very clearly trying to appeal to 11 to 14-year-olds in execution, and failing miserably, these teenagers are going to be the first to notice and jump ship. Stuff like deliberately misspelled graffiti made by high school-aged characters in the sets with the intent to show off how cool they are, despite it coming across as a decision made by an adult who's extremely removed from their teen years and clearly has no kids. Considering all of that, it should come as no surprise that a good fallback for these teenagers is LEGO Icons, or anything within LEGO's Adults Welcome branding. Honestly, LEGO Icons is that thing teenage builders are looking for. These are the sets meant for teenagers to enjoy. It's no secret that teenagers want to become their adult selves as fast as possible, so it would be appealing to them to indulge in a LEGO set that's specifically meant for adults. If I haven't instilled you all with this wisdom yet, LEGO sets with an 18+ age rating on them is a marketing gimmick, and does not always mean a set is too complicated for someone under that age. All the botanical sets can be built by an 8-year-old, for instance. The thing is, are they much fun to play with aside from display? That's another big thing too. With all the Adults Welcome sets, there is this angle on making them display-worthy pieces of art. For a teenager who is aiming to look sophisticated, this is precisely the thing they're looking for. There's just one small little problem. Almost all of the 18+ sets are priced in a way that only an adult who is several years into their 9-to-5 job-backed career can afford. For a theme with so much potential to breach into that last age demographic LEGO is trying to find footing in, why are there not plentiful options that are affordable for their allowance or minimum wage jobs? In fact, I know plenty of adults who can sympathize that LEGO Icon sets generally are just too expensive to fully embrace outside of the occasional build. We've established before that these sets are meant to be the only set anyone could ever need, and aren't necessarily meant to be collected, but that doesn't mean they can't try. The botanical sets are the first step in that direction to really make waves, and while sets like the Diorama and Helmet series are options for more affordable 18+ sets in their respective themes, they are priced in a way where it feels like they're almost trying too hard to look premium. Maybe doing dioramas of more iconic scenes from a bunch of different movies, especially scenes that can be built just right, yet under the $60 price tag. Affordable options across the LEGO Adults Welcome brand are the future, especially in getting teenagers in the mix as an audience. Here's the thing. While they're certainly going to be shopping for things that are iconic, there aren't really that many things from their childhoods that have sets based off of them. In fact, most of Gen Z doesn't. I mentioned before how nearly anything not current that was made after the year 2000 and doesn't already have a stranglehold on pop culture tend to be avoided by LEGO, and I really struggle to imagine why. Especially considering those born in the 2000s are all nearly old enough to have jobs if not already be starting their careers. I mentioned more movie scenes outside of the stories we know LEGO already makes sets for, but I genuinely believe that the one true gateway into that market is television. Televised media has become the backbone of entertainment for late millennial and all Gen Z content consumers, especially as we entered the streaming age. And it's no secret that even before streaming, plenty of viewers had eyes on their cable-turned satellite TVs for whatever was coming next. We see a sampling of the excitement from this group of people, not in just how relevant the Friends TV series has become, but how universally beloved The Office has become as well. LEGO has made sets based off of both of these shows, and while each of their initial outings were on a side that's affordable enough for every single audience to enjoy, that's really the extent of current televised media in this modern age of LEGO. I tell you what though, Central Perk was out of stock on LEGO's website for ages, and you don't see the Office LEGO set on shelves much, do ya? That's because this is exactly what this untapped audience has been waiting for, sets based off of popular television. That would include stuff based off animation. To this day, I genuinely question why LEGO has not brought back SpongeBob SquarePants and done a line at the scale of what they did with The Simpsons as part of LEGO's Adults Welcome line. Pieces of LEGO art based off of some of the most iconic locations from the SpongeBob franchise. This is me ignoring any potential relevance it likely still has with a younger audience these days. Heck, you could get away with bringing back The Simpsons too. They would be 18+ sets, so subject matter will not be a problem since they're meant for adults. On that topic, yes, seeing Rick and Morty and Family Guy LEGO sets should all be on the cards. 18+ sets clearly are not meant for kids. So let's embrace that. Going back to nostalgic animation, modern Avatar The Last Airbender sets, especially with the huge amounts of media on the horizon, Adventure Time sets with minifigs that aren't tied to video game DLCs prices, a brand name that also continues to hold strong to this day. Dragon Ball? Naruto? One Piece? Who said it all had to be Western animation? Anime is another breeding ground for potential as teenagers love anime, and that absolutely trickles into adult markets proper. They're beloved by people of so many ages. There are also plenty of movies out there that define childhoods for so many Gen Zers that could see so much excitement if LEGO bothered making sets for them. A lot of DreamWorks animated filmography tend to come to mind. Shrek and How to Train Your Dragon? Who in that generation wouldn't love to see that? And let me be perfectly clear that there are plenty of others in other generations who would be ecstatic seeing sets based off of these, and plenty will be interested on top of that regardless if they know the subject matter or not. These stories have obsessive cultures around them, just like a lot of modern musicians have. Which brings me to my next idea, where LEGO produces sets based off of some of the most iconic music videos out there. Millions upon millions of rabid fans coming in to consume the merchandise of the people they love. We all know how excited the internet was when the LEGO BTS set was revealed. If you missed it, the announcement for it on X, or Twitter if you prefer, is one of, if not LEGO's most popular posts ever. Imagine what would happen if they made a LEGO set based off of a Taylor Swift music video. The possibilities there are just staggering. So much potential at the ready. LEGO would need to understand how that group of people are starting to hit adult age. People even older than that would love to see so much of this as well. The world is ready for this jump into sets that would appeal to a teenage crowd, mostly because it appeals to more than just them. By satisfying that age demographic, LEGO will have found this incredible market that it hasn't quite managed to capture as of yet, while also still catering to the audiences they've already established, as there are plenty of interested among them as well, and I can only hope they start putting in the effort to make it happen. I want to know what you would like to see. Are there any things that you love, whether music or videos or shows or even games that you just know have the potential for millions to love? Let me know your feelings down in the comments once you've liked the video and subscribed. You can also donate an amount of your choice to the channel too by clicking the thanks button. It works like Super Chat while on a YouTube livestream, but it's for the comments section instead. Check out some other discussions on LEGO's Adults Welcome Sets on screen now, as well as some other videos you might enjoy. I'm Pen, and I'll see you next time.